It's always Gold FM for us at Golden Point, Raki Raki.
Gold FM is #1 in Lusaka.
Gold FM is Nandi's best radio station.
It's always Gold FM with us here in Singatoka.
Old is gold, and Gold FM is #1 here in Lusaka.
Singatoka loves classic hits on Gold FM.
We listen to Gold FM here in Tagua.
We love Gold FM in Ba.
We've got beautiful beaches, people, and Gold FM in Raki Raki.
Lautoka loves the classic hits on Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Tonight, Nandi man charged for alleged drug possession. Dr. Chico Liveni confirmed as candidate in Prime Minister's proposed party. And NFP denies any coalition via UFDF. Good evening, welcome to FBC News. I'm Amrita Priyadarshini. A 39-year-old Nandi man appeared at the Nandi Magistrates Court today, charged with unlawful possession of illicit drugs allegedly discovered at the airport post office last week. The spate of drug discoveries continues in the West, with 2 more parcels of alleged drugs intercepted on their way to Fiji on direct flights from Hong Kong. Akusita Tale was in court and files this story.
Penia Sisukana Koniferendi has been charged with 1 count of unlawful possession of illicit drugs following the discovery of a suspicious package intercepted at the Nandi airport last week. The envelope is alleged to have contained 408 grams of a mixture of energy supplements and cocaine. State lawyer Alvin Singh requested the court to allow the accused to be detained with the police for 7 more days, as investigations are still pending, with evidence suggesting the incident is part of an organized crime. The state also told the court there are a few other charges to be laid subject to the investigation. Magistrate Ndali Tuidama told the state the accused was involved in a hard drug case similar to the ongoing case of a 60-year-old US citizen Gregory Wilcox, who's also in police custody, charged with the same offense. The parcel arrived from Hong Kong last week and was sent directly to Energy Supplements Fiji Limited, a Nandi-based company located at the HLB house just outside the international airport. It was intercepted by customs officers, who later referred the matter to police for further investigation. Meanwhile, another investigation has commenced following the discovery of 2 more parcels at the Nandi airport post office allegedly containing illicit drugs. The parcel arrived on a different flight from Hong Kong last week and was discovered by a customs officer of Namaka, Nandi. The alleged illicit substances have been sent to Cornivia Research Station for tests as investigations continue. Akusita Tale, FBC News.
The Prime Minister has revealed his party's first candidate for the upcoming general elections. Forenge Bainimarama revealed this while speaking to the people of Watoa in Laos. Apisalome Doka reports.
In a Talano session with the people of Watoa, the Prime Minister revealed that his party's first candidate is a woman.
I can confirm that the Minister for Women, Dr. Chico Liveni, is one of my candidates that will be representing my political party in the upcoming elections. I will be revealing more when I make more announcements about my party.
Bainimaram also stressed to the people the importance of choosing the right people to represent the next government.
It is important that you choose wisely who you will vote during the elections, because whoever you will vote will take us forward for the next 4 years. Not only 4 years, maybe more, as the government in power will lay down the path that will lead us in years to come.
The Prime Minister also urged the people of Watoa to read the 2013 Constitution and understand it.
You must read the 2013 Constitution, and if you do, you'll find the gist of it, that civil servants to provide the best of services to the people. The reason we have been strengthening areas where we are weak when it comes to services to the people.
Bainimarama says the Constitution can only be reviewed or changed with the approval of 3/4 of the members of Parliament and 3/4 of eligible voters. He says they have made it tough for any government to make changes to the Constitution because the 2013 constitution is the best ever for Fiji. Apisalome Doka, FBC News.
The National Federation Party admits that although it's part of the United Front for a Democratic Fiji with SODELPA, it has not yet agreed to all the policies of the SODELPA leader. Despite Rotemu Mukepa's claims that it will form a coalition government with the NFP and FLP, the leader of the NFP says a coalition cannot be agreed to yet. NFP President Raman Pratap Singh says the three parties formed the UFDF group to bring back democracy. But he doesn't say why the group is still needed, with elections only a matter of months away. Ritika Pratap reports.
The National Federation Party promises to go into the elections alone, yet the party is part of the UFDF group with SODELPA and FLP.
So the only thing you are agreeing under UFDF is the removal of the current government. That's it.
Not quite. The current government will not be fighting election. It will be a party formed by Mr. Baini Marama. But what UFDF stands for is restoration of democracy.
While SODELPA's newly elected leader, Rotemu Mukepa, is on record promising to lead a coalition made up of NFP and FLP, the NFP says it's too early to make a call.
We are an autonomous party of our own, and we're going to fight elections. So I cannot just blankly say I agree with everything.
Singh says NFP has a strict memorandum of understanding on the role of its current partnership with SODELPA and the Labour Party under the United Front for a Democratic Fiji.
Individual parties have their own policies. They'll fight election on that policies. It will be wrong to assume or say that because we are in this umbrella group for restoration of democracy, as such we are all bound together in other fields, other matters as well.
The NFP president says the possibility of a coalition will only be explored after the elections.
It will be very wrong to make any comments on that. We have to see after the election in which each party will be fighting their own election. And thereafter, if there is a need for a joint government, obviously there will be a lot of talk between the parties, and then a decision should be made then.
History has shown us that the NFP and Labour certainly have not been able to work together before, and the same goes for the SODELPA's former self SDL and Labour. Bitter feuds have taken place between all three parties, and with the NFP already showing signs of not agreeing with SODELPA's leaders' views, any chance of a successful coalition may only be a wish at this stage. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Lautoka Special Administrator Praveen Bala has had his case adjourned to August 12th due to the unavailability of a magistrate this morning. Bala is charged with one count of dangerous driving occasioning death and appeared in the Lautoka Magistrates Court. But Magistrate Penny Dalituidama, who is presiding over the case, was in the Nadi Magistrates Court this morning. The matter has been adjourned to August 12th for mention. Bala is alleged to have caused the death of a 48-year-old man at Teindamu last November. A 37-year-old school teacher is in custody for questioning at the Lambasa police station in relation to 3 cases of annoying a person and 1 of indecent assault involving girls aged between 12 and 14 years. The incidents are alleged to have occurred when the 4 girls were taken for a swim in the Vunimoli River sometime between April and November last year. The police investigation is continuing. Coming up, excavation works at proposed casino site.
Old Town Tower में it's only Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
ताकि हर घर में खाली मिर्ची FM बजे. Mirchi FM it's hot.
Best sound, best music, Mirchi FM rocks and records.
Nandi का #1 station है Mirchi FM.
Mirchi FM is hot. Mirchi FM it's #1 in nursery.
Mirchi FM is hot. हम लोग Mirchi FM रोज सुनता है. Mirchi FM जागो मामा. Mirchi FM it's hot.
देश की धड़कन रेडियो PG2 is #1 in Singatoka.
मैं लंबासा के निवासी, मेरा नाम प्रेम चंद्रा है। देश की धड़कन रेडियो PG2 को मेरा सलाम।
नैनी में देश की धड़कन रेडियो PG2।
रेडियो PG2 में देश की धड़कन मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगता है।
रेडियो PG2 is #1 in Singatoka।
नैनी में मेरा धड़कन है रेडियो PG2।
हम ननुपुर की रहता है और हम रेडियो PG2 हरदम सुनता है।
हमें रेडियो PG2 सुनो बहुत अच्छा लगे, आप भी रेडियो PG2 सुनो।
देश की धड़कन
Radio Fiji 2.
Welcome back to FBC News. Capital expenses of the government this year are more than 10 times normal. This is the result of a directive by Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama that all ministries are to exhaust 60% of their allocations by June. Edwin Nand has more.
The Finance Ministry is swamped by ministries and departments requesting their budget allocations be released. This is a good thing as the money is for development work, infrastructure and other projects.
I think the call is on the understanding that when we implement our capital projects, it has a lot of positive spin-offs in the economy. Right now from finance, we are seeing an influx of requests for funds coming from the various ministries, which means that they are working quickly in implementing the capital projects in order to meet that 60%.
Philimoni Wangambada says the expenses cover all aspects of the government, but some of the ministries on top of the list are agriculture, regional development, the Fiji Roads Authority and the Water Authority of Fiji. He says their record of capital expenses has already crossed the $100 million mark.
We are making some comparisons now. For the same period last year, Jan to June, expenditure was around 10 million. For this year, we are seeing expenditure requests of over 100 million. So that indicates the intensity in ministries trying to implement their projects, in particular capital, and to meet the 60% deadline.
The Finance Ministry is working to disperse funds as quickly as possible to ensure none of the capital works are disrupted. It's expected that come June, all ministries will have used up 60% of their allocations as instructed by the Prime Minister. Edwin Nand, FBC News.
A Singatoka man whose negligence caused the death of his baby daughter has been given a suspended sentence. In July 2013, Kami Namalo came home drunk and went straight to bed. Later in the night, he woke up to vomit and without realizing, fell asleep on top of his 4-month-old baby. His partner came to check on them around midnight and found Namalo lying over their daughter. They tried to revive her but with no success, and little Chosivini was pronounced dead on arrival at the Singatoka hospital. Namalo has been given an 18th-month sentence, suspended for 3 years. 100 Sands Limited, the developers of Fiji's planned first casino, have shown signs of commencing the project. For the first time, the project is showing some progress as excavation has begun on their site close to the Denarau Bridge. 100 Sands Limited Chairman Larry Claunch has stated that they are proceeding quickly and he is expected to give a detailed statement next week. The casino development has been marred by delays and has struggled to get off the ground since they won the exclusive 15-year casino license in December 2011. Claunch has been paying the government a penalty of US $100,000 every month since October, when his time allotment to build the casino ran out. The Fiji Higher Education Commission is trying to find out what skills are lacking in the country. Executive Chairman Dr. Richard Waugh says the number of work permits issued to expatriates will assist in determining this and subsequently give an indication of training needs.
If we can get a list of these areas where industry is saying that we don't have locally trained persons, then we could direct our providers in this country to ensure that we train toward those positions, both short-term courses, long-term courses, whatever types of courses we require. At the moment, we don't have the data.
Dr. Waugh says the Fiji Higher Education Commission will seek assistance from the Immigration Department and will also assess the relevancy of courses provided by higher education institutions. Sports now. Here's Jamie with the latest.
Good evening. Up ahead, Ben Ryan reshuffles his side heading into Hong Kong and OFC Champions League to feature a host of international players. These stories and more after the break.
Today FM is awesome in Ba. We love you, Today FM. Today FM rocks in the story and I love listening to Today FM. Today FM is #1 in Televu.
Today FM rocks in Lotaka. Woohoo! Today FM is the most popular station in Nasino.
We love everything about Today FM here at Golden Point Reki.
Everybody in Singatoka loves Today FM.
Today FM rocks in bar.
Today's hit music on Today FM.
Bulan 2 saya Tolu FM, 62 Raki-Raki.
Bula FM number 2 in Nosor. Go etawa ke buat kola sa Bula FM nga.
Bula FM 62 Korbu.
Bula FM number 2 Esawa.
Bula FM number 2 Lotoka. Bula.
Number 2 ng Bula FM member.
Bula FM number 2 NSR in Singapore.
Lo talitak na warong ng Bula FM lo toka.
Do ali akar warong Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Welcome back. 2 changes have been made to the Vodafone Fiji Sevens team for the Hong Kong tournament this weekend. Robust player Tueli Lutumailangi and Samu Sengiwa have been added to the national side in place of Tsasa Verimalua and Leo Naikasau. The two are expected to add more thrust to the side as they prepare to defend the title.
Decided to change 2 of them. The first change is Joeli Lutumalangi coming in for Leo Nakisau, and Leo's been unlucky really. We had a couple of bumps and bruises with Donna and Sammy and need to have some real cover there at Rover and competition. So Joeli sort of is more of a natural rover than Leo. So unfortunately Leo misses out for that reason. And Jassa is replaced by Samu Sangia, and I think Jassa is going to be an outstanding international sevens player. He's got all the areas of the game really that I'm after, with just a work on really on his one-on-one defence and tackling.
Meanwhile, New Zealand is looking at bouncing back in Hong Kong after a disappointing 4th place finish at the Japan Sevens. The Kiwis, who have also slipped second on the World Series points table, know the importance of a strong showing this weekend. Coach Gordon Tidgens is hoping the team comes right in Sokanpo.
Moving forward, it's Hong Kong now. We've just seen Fiji win the tournament, and I think there's going to be a 1 point difference between us and South Africa at top and Fiji third. So she's pretty consistent if we put it that way. But on and upwards, and hopefully go well in Hong Kong.
Star players from as far away as Portugal will be part of the OFC Champions League games in Lautoka and Bar next month. Yao Moreira, who is a former Portugal under-20 rep, will feature for Auckland City of New Zealand, while Tahitian international Marama Vahirua will play for ASPRI. Solomon Islands international Benjamin Totori, who has also played for Lambasa, is in the Waitakere United side. Vanuatu star Fenedi Masau Vakolo will be in action for Amical, who have also signed 3 Serbians, 1 Italian, 1 Scottish, and a handful of Solomon Island players. The competition starts on April the 7th. The Triple End Zone Athletics competition in Suva today saw athletes put in a strong showing in a bid to qualify for the Fiji finals. Schools from Nasinu, Nausori and Naita Siri gathered for the annual event under the Suva sunshine while trying to outdo each other. Top schools such as Andi Dhakambau and Sila Central will carry the hopes of the zone in the finals next month. The Como cricket team today got a major shot in the arm for the upcoming Easter Championships. Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama handed the side $3,000 worth of equipment to the island team. The PM says he hopes the team will use the contribution to better their skills and become great players in the sport. The Mystiques claimed their first victory of the Trans-Tasman netball season with a thrilling 71-68 win over the Adelaide Thunderbirds. The Mystiques played with renewed vigor and intensity to overcome the Thunderbirds, who had won the previous 16 straight games. Having lost their last 11 matches, the Mystiques came into the game as underdogs against last year's champion side. Captain Maria Tutaia was very proud of her team as they finally finished with the win after 4 rounds.
I feel like a whole weight's been lifted off our shoulders. We trained so hard last week. Sorry, I was going to swear. You're allowed. It's been a long time coming. I'm super stoked, and the girls worked really hard today. I was very proud.
Meanwhile, you can watch selected matches of the ANZ Cup on FBCTV every Friday night. That's it from Sports Tonight. Good evening.
The Public Service Commission has raised $1.1 million in rent for the year 2013. The money was from rent collected from the occupation of government-owned houses. Public Service Commission Permanent Secretary Parmesh Chand will hand over a cheque bearing the amount to the acting PS for Finance, Akositan Rova, tomorrow. Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama will witness the handover of the TMA cheque at the PSC headquarters in Suva. The Weather Girl's up next. Hi Jen, what have you got for us?
Hi, I'm Rita. As you can see on the map here, we had a mixed bag. It's about to come up. Yep, there it is. We had a mixed bag with clouds, showers, as well as sunny weather. The capital also experienced a sudden heavy downpour last night. So thankful I managed to reach home before that happened. Looking at temperatures, Lambasa is still the warmest on 33 degrees Celsius. Compare that with Suva, Nandi and Ba, who follow closely on 32. And right now across the seas, it should be about 26 degrees Celsius in New Delhi, India, and -2 degrees Celsius in New York City. Tomorrow we've got, you guessed it, another mixed bag. For mariners, seas will be moderate, but still rough through the passages. Another photo of Laos tonight, Ongair Island in the Lao group to be exact. I'm assuming our photographer is just smitten with the place, and who can blame him? Turquoise waters contrasting against the grey, rocky formation of the island. Magnificent, don't you think, Amrita?
Absolutely gorgeous, Genevieve. Now recapping the headlines. Nandi man charged for alleged drug possession. Dr. Chico Luveni confirmed as candidate in Prime Minister's proposed party. NNFP denies any coalition via UFDF. This week's poll question. We ask, do you think Pio Tuai and Setefano Dakau have revitalized the Fiji Sevens team? Visit our FBC website to take part. Remember, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FBC News. Or if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply #FBC News. That's FBC News tonight. We'll be back again tomorrow evening. Until then, Nimo Demanda.
Talita na radio Fiji One na mwirani nonda bonua.
Ando talita kana borro na radio Fiji One singa toka boleta ni station ni alumatua.
Ando talita kabale una borro na radio Fiji One station ni alumatua ilo toka.
Ando talita kabale una borro na radio Fiji One Nandi na station ni alumatua.
Au tungoi korbo. Ando borro mo live na station ni alumatua na radio Fiji One.
Ando borro na radio Fiji One na station ni alumatua. Nambandoi tilip.